I had a bento box that took me up top today. Chicken teriyaki, rice, California roll. I can't say sushi. That doesn't count. That's like diet. That's like diet. It ain't real sushi. But it's Grinding Unwind, episode 30 something. I forget the number at this point. Don't care. I'm gonna keep counting it up. We're gonna get to 1 billion, and I'm gonna be over here and just bones sitting at a chair. But today, we got a family member of mine. I'm talking about close brother. When I tell you, like, meeting pure people is something that doesn't happen all the time. You run into a lot of people that almost like are afraid to be themselves and don't reveal themselves. You know what I'm saying? Or you catch them just kind of not being honest. Kevin White is not that person. This is a good guy, fully all around. Hell of a skateboarder, amazing talent, and you about to get to know more about him. Ladies and gentlemen, skaters, world, people, bike riders, people that garden, doctors, lawyers, the people that work on Jimmy Kimmel's late night TV show. Kevin White. What is going on, man? Kevin. Kevin. You big relaxed. Look at K White, man. It's good to have you on here, family. I do appreciate you, bro, for coming over here and being with your boy.
Thank you. No, thanks for having me. I appreciate being here.
Now, a lot of people think I like to interrupt people, but there is like a slight delay on whatever Twitch is doing with this like technology to get to people. So I'm not trying to talk over Kevin. I'm gonna do a lot of listening today and gathering information to make sure that y'all get it over there on both worlds, man. Hey, yo, shout out to you, Bank to Bank. Thank you. Shout out to Cultivate Skate Shop. But yeah, so
we got some people in here. Shout out all you guys.
Yeah, we got some people in here. We got a couple people in here. You know, Grinding on Wine. They think it's for the YouTube, but you're supposed to be coming over to Twitch. We'll figure that out. We gonna figure it out. We gonna get it down. But right now, me and you just gonna talk exclusively. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed. I been home for a couple days. I just came from a 6-week trip.
Jeez.
Long one. Went to Brazil for 5 of those weeks and then kind of bounced around the States. Went to a wedding. Had a little demo at the end of it. And I'm just back at home chilling, trying to get grounded, stay grounded.
I respect that. So you did 5 weeks in Brazil. What was that? What did that entail?
Skating. I mean, I went to skate. I kind of had a plan that I wanted to film a bunch of stuff, and everyone kind of had a bunch of their own stuff going on. A lot of the guys that I wanted to see or spend time with were going on trips, or some of the homies that I made plans to film with and stuff, whatever. Everything kind of fell through a little bit, so I kind of just had to pick up the pieces and just go with the flow a little bit. But it was good. I got to hang out with a lot of other friends, meet a bunch of people. Like I said, I skated every day that it didn't rain for the most part. Sao Paulo gets pretty hot, so it gets kind of brutal. But I was out there skating, and I even got to see the beach a little bit. Like, no Rio de Janeiro or anything, but I got to see the beach a little bit. I went to a city called Belo Horizonte. That was cool.
Wow.
Homie Pedro
sound beautiful.
Bro, it was really nice. And I got to link up with some of the guys, some other Brazilian guys, CBT Mafia. Shout out to you guys. Y'all was holding it down the whole time. Just a quick little weekend, popped up and just skated and vibed out. Went back to Sao Paulo. It was good.
Yeah, I heard Brazil's very real, but also very beautiful. So I'm glad you got a mixture of both those worlds for yourself.
It was definitely both.
Yeah. Now, I heard Carnival happens. I'm not gonna get in that or ask you nothing, but I want to go to one of those. I'm just not allowed to. We'll talk about that later. Carnival looks lit all the way down the block. It's just stuff that has nothing to do with a BBL. Ass everywhere. I can say that. It's booty everywhere. It is surrounded like there's food and butt. That is amazing. Shout out to that. Shout out to Brazil with its purists. I swear they got connections to the motherland. I think Brazil is like African Portuguese. I promise. I'm crazy. Now,
no, you're onto something. We can get into it.
You feel me?
Too.
You feel me?
Something
we can get into it.
The African influence, and the slaves are being brought to Brazil from Africa at a point.
Exactly. So
far off of it.
I think it's cheeks everywhere. I'm not allowed to go though. That's fine. It's neither here nor there. There's Google. There's Google, and there's my search history, and none of y'all will ever know that. So
Oh man,
you got out there and you got to you said you clipped up, but you do travel often, and I'm gonna kind of feature that. I'm gonna go into that in a little bit, but I kind of want everybody that doesn't know you to kind of give your origin. Where does the story of Kevin White begin?
I was born in Inglewood. I was born at Centinela Hospital.
Okay.
Uh, I spent most of my life between Inglewood and South Central.
Yeah.
I lived in Baton Rouge for a year when I was younger. That's where my mom's from.
Okay.
My dad's from Detroit, but he moved to Los Angeles when he was real young. But I spent most of my life, or pretty much all my life, in California, other than that 1 year. But I always kind of liked geography and liked history, and always was looking at different locations, and it just made me want to travel as I got older. You know what I mean? That
And
was always a idea of mine.
that's actually kind of beast that you say that. Because now you found a thing that allowed that key to unlock that part of your mind. Like you were like, yo, I want
Exactly.
to go places. So where does the skateboard come into your life?
Man, so skating started around 5 years old. I had some cousins that skated. I remember seeing the X Games. When I stay at my dad's house, he always would have Sports Center on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was really right in front of me. At
Mm-hmm.
some point, I would go to my aunt's house and ride on grind the back porch into the piece of the house and almost make like a hole from the skateboard, like jamming into it
Bet not.
continuously.
Bet not.
Yeah, I got in trouble for that. But that's what was going on. I kind of caught the sickness instantly, and I just haven't stopped since.
See, that's amazing. So since you hadn't stopped since, when did skateboarding feel like it was gonna be life? What year? What year and what age was that?
Um, I think in my head that like I had the dream that I wanted it to be life from, let's say, like 10 or 11 years old. But then when the reality kind of sunk in, it took a little bit longer. I think that I made the decision. I was going to community college when I was like 19 or 20, and I was sitting there in history class, and I just decided like I'm off this for good. I'd already dropped out once and then went back, so I was trying to make it work, and I was off it, and I left, and I just didn't go back to school.
Wow.
And I
So
think that day was like when I really decided, because a lot of people try to make it happen and go to school, and sometimes it just isn't them.
it's not how it pans. Yeah, it's not how it pans
Yeah,
out.
it just
So
doesn't pan out like that.
so for you, Kevin, I hear this. You tell the story that you get into these contests. That the local contest is a castle contest that you used to do.
Yeah, I used to skate castle.
So what age was that? Because that's like when you pretty much met like almost everybody, correct?
Yeah. Um, I started castle. I was 11, so I started in 1A, or
Okay.
yeah, I think 1A was like 11 to 12, and I stopped when I was like 15. I
Hmm.
did it for like 4 years.
So you did all those, and then I remember you one day you were going through a whole bunch of boxes. You had a bunch of trophies. So you're doing well at castle contests in those couple years that you did them.
Yeah, I was doing all right. I mean, they give you trophy for what, fifth
Participation.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like an iconic photo. Um. So Kevin, you said at this community college age, you decided this is what I'm really gonna do. You take skateboarding very seriously. I'm not gonna sit here and try to split the two. I'm not gonna try to focus on everything. I'm just going to do this. How tough was that decision on everybody around you? Because skateboarding is not actual for anybody. Like it doesn't really pan out that way for a lot of people. So
It,
how did everybody around you react when you said that's what you're gonna do?
it was weird because it just was really my decision, and I was really worried about upsetting like my sister, and like I talked to my dad about just like I'm not gonna go to school anymore. And my mom had passed away when I was 19, so I was in school prior
Yeah.
to my mom passing, and I kind of was just there still because she's like, you need to get a job or go to school. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So when I just decided that I wasn't going anymore, just I'd already was working a job. I'd already was trying to figure out my life, and I'm skating and I'm trying to make it happen. I'm filming stuff and we're trying to. Everyone's hitting the ground running. So I just had to make that decision and take that leap.
Yeah.
And just like with the help of a lot of my friends, it made me feel the support to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like it seemed like none of us had any worries chasing it for real.
Definitely.
At least when we were all together at some point, it just seemed like a lot of stuff didn't matter. So why not be all in? You know what I mean?
I feel 100%. So you had a good support system of people just skating with you and making you feel good, and
Yeah, 100%. And I did have to work for a while, even though like now I'm in full pursuit of this this dream that I've had since I'm a child. I'm in full pursuit, and this is what I want to do for real. I don't live with both my parents or even one of my parents, so I have to take care of myself. So
yeah.
I was working a job for a while, and
What was that job?
so I worked at Starbucks directly after like not after high school, but the first time I left college, I went to Starbucks, worked at Starbucks for like a year, started school again. I worked at American Apparel in Venice Beach.
Okay.
I worked in the back there. That was a hookup from my roommate at the time, Taj. His girlfriend was the manager.
Oh wow, lit. So you was in there.
Yeah, so she laced me. I did that. Then I worked at a store called Sir in West Hollywood. It's not even
Sir, SIR.
SSUR.
Okay.
Yeah, not a storefront anymore out here, I don't think. But I worked for them for about a year too.
Okay, so you kind of floated around with jobs, just trying to make sure that hustle was up, like because
Yeah, just to make sure, I was living with a girlfriend at the time, and I lived with Taj for a second, and me and Kevin Bradley lived together for a second, and Kevin had his ducks in a row, so I just was trying to make my rent.
How did it feel living with Kevin Bradley?
That was my bro. I feel like we lived together for a long time because he was always spending so much time, like at the apartment that I had, or then like even when I was at my mom's house, like we always were hanging out there, so it didn't really feel too much of a difference.
Yeah,
it's my brother always. So
now for me, a lot of people are probably gonna watch this and be like, "Oh, you guys gonna skip over stuff or not talk about things?" Like, no, we have full transparency. But the thing about Kevin is he does so much, so it's like whatever was highlighted on has whatever you guys want us to highlight on has already been spoken about. What we're gonna focus on is, Kevin, where is the mindset today of skating? Like, what's up with you now? What are you doing?
I just want to grow skating, bro. Honestly, like I just like learning new stuff. I'm into filming. I'm working on a couple things at a time. Hopefully, excuse me. Hopefully, in the next couple months, I'll be able to share what I'm working on with the world. Really,
Yeah.
Some stuff that I'm really proud of, truthfully. And I'm just trying to move forward and just utilize this vehicle that's allowing me to see the world and get this like bit of work done that's like overly satisfying to myself and hopefully to some other people out there. Get it done and make it happen and just keep it moving for real.
When did you learn you was gonna be big as hell? Like, when did you find out I'm gonna be 6'4" trying to skateboard?
I don't know, bro.
What did the growth spurt happen?
I think around high school.
Okay.
Because I remember my feet were really big and I wasn't as tall yet.
Okay.
At all.
So you had big, goofy ass feet at that time.
Yeah, I had like a size 12 in the 9th grade.
Damn. Pause. Damn. All right. So, did you ever, with this height, were you ever asked, can we not do that? Like, is my race just not able? Am I like not able to say ask? There we go. I got it out. There it is. No Diddy. So, you did you ever get approached to play sports? Like, was anybody ever ask you to hoop because of being taller or anything like that?
All the time. They were always, when you gonna stop playing with the skateboard, when you gonna come to practice, basketball, football, baseball. I used to play soccer when I was way younger, and I stopped playing soccer to keep skating. So
How old and
in
for
my
how
head, I
long?
already-
That's one thing I haven't asked you because I knew something was up. How long did you play soccer?
I played soccer for a couple years.
That's where that goddamn tech comes from. I figured you out. I've been trying to figure you out for the longest. I don't know how your feet work the way they do. Pause. For some reason, I didn't feel right. But I knew something was special about your ankle control because you know how to do a lot of tricks. And that's that foot. I'm telling y'all, man, soccer. All you got to do is stretch, eat acai, play soccer. You could be an amazing skateboarder. I promise, bro. I promise. Or go to Japan. If you go to Japan at 14 years old and go in that building with the yellow skate park rails or like green, neon green, you'll be good at skateboarding. So soccer was in your young years.
I know what you're talking about.
You don't know about that park? You don't know about that park?
I do.
I was about to say, bro, they got like a Japanese brigade where they just put them in there. Is that what it's called? Brigade?
I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know the school you're talking about in Sweden.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank God you look. Thank God you've seen the world. I would have been out there in the dark.
No, I know what you're talking about. But I started playing soccer, or I played soccer like on a little team in what, 4th and 5th and 6th grade.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of was off it. But I tried out in high school, and it was just too much running for me. I didn't want to have to run that much. I got lazy. Rather skate for sure. Anyway.
Yeah, it is. But, it's a lot of training on other people's time and direction from other people.
And that just doesn't sit right with most of us, right?
Yeah, no. It
doesn't sit right sometimes.
It's a lockdown. Now, for me, I did want sports because I knew I needed grounding. I was one of those people that
structure from the sports.
Exactly, bro. I needed structure from it. You know me personally. Like I'm a loose cannon at times. I've been like able to compose myself to be better in life, but I don't have a lot of direction. So somebody said, "What's up, Kev? Check your DMs. Follow me back. Good seeing you the other day. At your own house." But yeah, so
that's my OG from the beach. What's up?
I needed sports direction. So for you, you know, I understand though that having to get up and go run and almost like everything that comes with wanting to just do the activity. The activity's fun. I don't want to train for it. As a kid, you don't realize that stuff is so essential because literally, as much as we didn't want to train for that, the training we do now with our lives involves the word I can't say, a lot of pain. Well, I can say shit, a shit ton of pain. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we do the most training now here with this, but on our own time. So
that's real.
Bank to bank say Gary one of the members on the low. No.
Ooh.
Nah, man, skateboarder. But yeah,
ones, bro.
Nah. But yeah, so shit. What was I saying? So yeah, no. So you do, but you realize that you just want to kind of direct your own life. You do the castle contest 11 to 14. Get out of that. Realize you don't want to be a competitive skateboarder. You're dipped more into the streets now. Being down in Los Angeles, who are some of those guys helping you like mold your street-esque skate life that you're now growing into throughout high school?
Around 14 for me, what, 9th or 10th grade, I was going to the beach, so like I took a lot of like advice and just like direction from like Richard and Blake and all the homies in Venice around there.
Shout out Richard Massey, man.
Every single time of my lifetime that someone puts a camera on me, shout out Richard Massey.
100%.
100,000. But there was a ramp next to my school in middle school too, and a lot of my friends that were a part of going to skate at the ramp kind of just were influencing me and letting me know what was going on. So Lamonzo Coleman looked out a lot. I met Seabull at this ramp randomly, probably around 8th or 9th grade.
Okay.
Like all kinds of people passed through, from like 8th grade to like maybe 11th grade, I've seen so many people that would just kind of kick it and just kind of kick game, and too many to even remember at one single time. But literally everyone on the West Side, from Sean McNulty and Guffey and Daniel Castillo and Jason Rogers and Heidi that owned the ramp and Olin's dad, literally like there's just
Olin pretty
yeah,
man.
John,
Shout out
Olin
Olin.
Finance.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, bro. You already know, like, there's so many different factors of people that were just kind of like helping shape how I looked at skating and how I looked at life, for real.
What are some of the favorite things that you heard at that time? Key pieces of advice that you can remember that if any of them sit with you today. I know that a lot of that stuff feels like kind of like pastime, like they were like kind of growing things, you know what I'm saying? But if there's something that sat with you, what was it? Like that you heard, or the video that they showed you, or any type of tidbit from that? Because that's like a heavy group of dudes that are going to this ramp or being at Venice, period. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just like in the whole area of the West Side, bro.
Yeah.
Literally. It's deeper. It was deeper than Venice, honestly.
100%.
But let's see. Don't worry about getting sponsored. Like when you're that young.
Ooh. Don't.
Don't worry about it.
That was something.
Like,
that was something somebody told you at that age.
yeah.
And that hit different. Did that hit different in this case of you were looking for a sponsor and couldn't get one, or you just were getting good enough to get on a path to get one and just staying focused? And like, what was the?
It was like a general thing, like as like a young kid, like, man, just don't worry about being sponsored, because if you just keep skating, then like, you know, the right people will find you. And as much as you're a little kid, like you don't listen, so of course you want to be sponsored. Of course you want
100%.
lifestyle that you see other people having it. You want free boards and clothes and everything, so you're gonna worry about being sponsored at some point, especially when you start filming and you know how to contact someone and send them a sponsor me. Mm-hmm. It becomes like a different ball game.
Yeah.
But don't worry about it was one. Like learning the etiquette of like not snaking people or like pulling up to someone's spot and just kind of being all up in the way. Mm-hmm. I feel like that kind of stuck, because that's something that like gets aggravating everywhere you go. If you look at the locals at some place, they always kind of look at the person that's like acting kind of like they own the place weird. You gotta kind of move with grace when you pull up on other people's spots.
Yeah, that's something
that
etiquette and learning that early, bro. I don't know, a lot of those guys that follow those rules kind of made it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Black Gang, rest in peace. Yep. Rip Sponto. Yep. You already know.
Yeah, all the guys, man. All you guys is guys down there for sure.
If y'all can read what John House is saying, then he is telling the whole truth.
Type.
All those names are factors.
Type.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, Jared Cleveland, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Blake Johnson, Mason, everybody. I you know what I'm saying? Lil Kev. That's all the guys. Bro. That's what I'm saying. That's all the guys. So
Leon, everyone.
Yeah, bro, for real. And you know, getting those type of, like you said, that type of etiquette, learning those things, they take you really far. Those are key things. You're not supposed to focus on sponsorships. You really aren't, bro. Like, for what? Like, it's cool to have, because sometimes, you know, we can't afford the product. It's hard too. So it's like,
yeah,
cool.
Man, it's okay to dream, and you're like, it's all right to have an idea, but you didn't start skating to get sponsored.
Exactly.
Famous.
Exactly.
So.
Some kids did though. You know, when you start skating lately, that's what you hear. Is like, hey, I seen him win. I wanted to win. You know, and it's like,
yeah, good for you if that's why. But you know, I feel like everyone that I know or grew up with, like, it's on the strength of the love. So
yeah,
that's why it sat well with me.
That's crazy, having that real love for skateboarding. Do you remember what it was like the first day you ever landed a kickflip?
Dude, no. I know that I was probably really happy, but the first kickflip seems like forever ago. Damn. The first kickflip was probably like around 6 years old or something.
Okay, so we can't go back a million years. Like, we're just not going to do that. Like, so I didn't know you learned that fast. I didn't know, you know, I was hoping it was in your teenage years. Like most humans that didn't play soccer for a couple years and don't have foot ability, you've been kickflipping since you was 6. You know what?
I started when I was like 5, bro.
You know what?
What?
Go bone to pick with you. I ain't learned how to kickflip for a long time. It took me 7 years to land my first kickflip.
See, you didn't.
Well, 2 years of really working, and then like, you know what I'm saying, a year.
Had a tape, bro, that could have taught you how to do it if you would have just watched it.
You say you had a what?
I didn't have it until I knew how to do it, but I discovered there was a VHS tape with trick tips on it.
Uh-huh.
And when I lived in Louisiana, I used to watch the trick tip videos because I didn't have no one to skate with, so I would just skate flat.
Oh, wow. Damn. Yeah, somebody was telling us New Orleans is like skate. Oh, that was a Yo-Yo. He was telling us like there was no New Orleans skate scene when he was young, and he's younger than us, even though we're not old. Don't get it twisted.
Bro.
I'm young. I'm 22, but he was young. Don't make that face when I say I'm 22. Don't do that. Just let me be 20. Let me rock. All right, cool. So you're watching these skate video tapes or these trick tip tapes to learn for yourself, and how easy are they coming to you when you watch this? What do you learn from those tapes, and who was on them?
It was like a Tony Hawk trick tip.
Okay.
I think I was 8 years old, 9 years old. So
okay, real quick. Hold on, real quick. I need you to pause. I don't want you to be a part of what I'm about to say, because I know what that is. Tony Hawk, your kickflips was ass in that trick tip video. I love you to death, Unc. I do. Also ass. I love you to death. They can't hear you, so yeah. Flat ground is not, you belong in the sky, Tony. You belong in the sky. But when you kickflip now, I love it. But back then, I seen that. Okay, bring you back. I don't want you to be a part of that. There's just stuff I don't want you to be a part of. You know, I like you doing well in life. I might say some stuff that can get me up out of there. That's just my plans. I've been trying to add it up. Bro, I got a portfolio of shit that they should have been got rid of me, but they just refused to. I don't know what it is. It's like maybe they like me, maybe they don't. I'm pretty sure they're tired of black people screaming at them all the time through these cameras. Anyways, so.
Wait, 1 sec.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Berkey for putting everybody on.
Okay, shout out to your boy, man.
Because Berkey did look out for a lot of us too. I gotta stand on that 100%.
100%. 100. No, I love that. I love that somebody from the family that knows everything can actually come in here and get in chat and like remind you of good times and good stories. You know, you've been through so much in life, Kevin. That's like a real thing for you. But the one thing, bro, and you know, obviously I'm gonna touch on this later from my nice words, is that, bro, like, I don't see the down. You don't present the down. It always looks like a good time for you. Where does the good energy of Kevin come from?
I don't know. I like to enjoy myself and have a good time, and it feels good when other people are feeling good too. So I just try to show up with that so others feel good too, you know.
Yeah.
It's not always like the best formula, but I try to just make others feel comfortable, to feel good and to be themselves, because that helps me be me, you know. Other people feeling good feels like it's a part of me at some point.
Yeah. Now, being a very well-rounded human too, speaking of like how you reflect your energy on the world, another thing that I do kind of pick up on that I feel like should be shared is like you have a very good circle of music, art, things that you experience. Where does like all these different facets, does that come from world traveling, or did you always have, since you were, like you said, at the beach, people coming by, did you always know that you like certain music and certain bands and hear like the sounds you used to send me and the stuff you knew about? I'd be like, bro, what the heck? Like, it's just so out of the ordinary. So where does all that come from?
Yeah, I've always kind of been one to fixate on stuff that I'm into the second I'm into it.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I hear a song, then like I'll play the song out, but not necessarily play the song out. I'll play it until I'm like, whoa, I need to hear more of this. I need to hear more of this artist. So I go looking, and I just look and look, and it's the same with food I like to eat. It's the same with like clothing brands. Well, not right now because I skate for Guess, so shout out Guess also.
Yeah.
Period. But
100%.
when I have a clothing sponsor, or when I'm thrifting or something, you know, if I see a color that I like, then I'm like gonna look for more stuff that might resemble this color. I kind of fixate on stuff when I'm into it. So music taste, even from what type of drinks I like to drink. If someone's kind of like told me like about a certain kind of wine, I look it up, then I kind of fix on that, and I want to like indulge in that for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get into it. So you have a heavy interest, and then when it spirals from like, okay, this sound, do you go, what else is like that sound too? So you like dive in. Where
Exactly.
did that come from? Who
Exactly.
started that? Who might? Because I've seen you break things down and actually be like, bro, this is who started that, bro. You need to know. I've heard you say that. Like even for a rapper, you'd be like, bro, this is who that sound is from, and then you'll send that song. I'll be like, God damn, how you go deep. So you said like you got appreciation for
My
you.
dad,
Okay.
my dad has kind of let a lot of music play and have us around a lot of music. So there's a lot of stuff that I like remember from childhood that's like now getting sampled and stuff like that.
Crazy.
And honestly, watching skate videos and just paying attention to what I've seen on the television and what I hear out and about, it always kind of comes back in full circle moments
Mm-hmm.
of it being sampled. I hear the song again, and now we have Shazam. So, you know, you're able to locate these old sounds from way back then. And even back then, like, what do we have? I started listening to music online on Napster, dog.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So,
I feel like that's
had
illegal
some
to say, but I got you. Shout out
I was
Napster.
downloading System of a Down on Napster, and I had the My Chemical Romance CD,
Damn.
but I
Okay.
also had like Last Meal by Snoop Dogg and Memphis Bleak, and
Yeah.
it was just all over the place. And I just was into whatever I was into. It wasn't really like I wasn't thinking of myself being like, oh, I'm versatile with my music taste or anything like that. It was just this is what it is.
Yeah. I'm actually. It always kind of like tickled me or like bothered me to that how I grew up. I wasn't able to be like well versed in like it was kind of sheltered. All I listened to was hip hop. All I watched was this. I didn't get to
Yeah,
hear these certain sounds or understand the certain stuff. So like when I start playing the Tony Hawk games, being like, yo, I kind of like rock, or like when I watch
yeah,
MTV and the rock would come on, whoever had the controller remote would turn it off because it wasn't like our thing. I'm like, oh, okay. So I get to hear all these other sounds and things, and that kind of got me early. And then the MP3 drops, you could put whatever you want on it. I'm just listening to
that
early
actually
Nirvana, and then
big.
but I only get the mainstream things. I don't get to hear the undergrounds. I don't get to hear actual grunge, the other bands, the other sounds, the other house music, bro. I wish I had house early. Like I danced, I did all that stuff.
It would have been cool to have it a few years earlier,
Bro,
right?
it would have been really good to have house in my life. Hella, like, I don't know. It
Through high,
just
through high school, but like yeah,
facts.
I liked techno a little bit in high school, but house would have been better.
Yeah. Techno's a sound, and I like it too, but it's really house is fire.
The fun sound, I feel like that's like when you discover that you just like fun electric energy.
Yeah, definitely. So now being to kind of like tap back into your traveling, man, when did you get to accomplish that goal and take that 10-hour plus flight across that water, and what was that trip?
The first time I went to Europe was, I think, the first time I went to Europe was in 2016 or 17. It was on an IC trip. It was to Barcelona,
Mhm.
and it was literally the biggest thing of my life because me and one of my homies from way back, um, me and the homie Esco, we grew up together, and we used to talk about going to Barcelona and just dream big on going to Macba, and it was a level in Tony Hawk's Underground 2,
Yeah,
and it was just like a destined thing that like I wanted to go over there and just spend as much time as I could in Barcelona always.
yeah,
So the first time I went, bro was in jail, and I was over there just like I can't believe this is like where my life is taking me, and it sucks that like my best friend at the time like couldn't be there.
yeah,
But shit happens, and like life is like based on your decisions a lot of the time. Like, we all get dealt different hands of
hands.
cards,
Yeah,
but that's what I wanted to do for real. So I made sure to utilize my time there and have a good enough time to make sure that I wanted to go back. And now I go back every year a couple times.
I've heard you say Europe feels like you're home away from home. You to me, you feel like Mr. Worldwide, bro. Like you like skateboarding Pitbull, because wherever we go, you either in a newspaper or they got signs like "Welcome Kevin" for you. How does it feel to get the embrace from the travel space? Like you go over there and they even bring you in like that's one of us. How does that feel?
It's really warming. Makes me feel really happy. Really grateful for it. Really grateful for just everyone that's like helped support me and like be into me traveling and push me to like want to fly with my wings out for real, and just like help me understand that you do need to see the world, and then you need to kind of stay with your friends that are kind of on the move, because if they're seeing it, you should see it, and you guys should see it together.
Yeah,
Even sometimes like if you need to go alone, like you just go. If you have homies there, go see them, go make memories, go be a part of their shit,
yeah,
because that's what it's all about,
facts. Wow.
you know.
Yeah, 100. Nah, I feel that wholeheartedly. Now, I kind of want to try to pivot into your skating. Who is some of Kevin's first professional favorites and idols that you have at a young age?
So I have fulfilled the dream. That was one of the first videos I ever
Okay.
seen,
Okay.
if not the first one.
Okay. Well, that's one of the
So
best ones to have. So,
yeah, so that whole video was it for me. And I had Manic Madi. I got that when I was like 8 on Christmas.
mm-hmm.
So Rodrigo TX is one of my favorite skaters ever. Um, Growing up, I liked Andrew a lot. Andrew Reynolds.
Okay. Boss. Shout out to the boss, man.
Come on.
Who didn't answer my
P-Rod.
text message, by the way. Hold on one second. I got to leave you after this real quick. And I pick that phone up. You the boss, right? But you also the homie. I don't know why I'm pointing at you. My fault. But yeah. Okay, go back. Go ahead. So, Paul.
Yeah, P-Rod for sure. Always been a fan. Costin definitely.
Oh, man. I told everybody, don't bring his name up to me no more. I don't want to hear about Eric Costin ever again. Kevin, I can't make fun of him. He's too good. Okay? I had the same thing with P-Rod. That's one of the only people there's nothing wrong with. Hasn't been injured. I say hasn't. People would say never. Just say hasn't been injured. Cleanest style. Best tricks. Golf with Michael Jordan. Knows Kobe. He makes my skin crawl. I'm going to get him on here one day, too. I'm going to get Eric on here, too.
Just think about it. He was the elder for P-Rod at a point. So
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
know,
of course,
bro. I know.
The master, he's the master sensei for him.
Yeah, facts. So those dudes are definitely your interest. That's who you're like looking at. That's looks like where all the
Wade
tech.
DeSarmo, obviously.
You said what?
Wade DeSarmo.
Oh man, yeah. Wade is special. Wade is something else. I didn't get into Wade for a long time, bro. It took me a while. Like I was watching and it was like this thing where I would watch Kelly Hart and I was like, okay, I got what I needed from Kelly Hart.
Okay.
With that style.
We love Kelly for sure.
We love Kelly. So I was like, I got what I need. I didn't understand Wade DeSarmo. And then I watched Wade DeSarmo and I was like,
watched it.
Oh, okay. That's what that is. Okay, for sure. I get it.
Yeah, I picked up on what they was putting down with that. I for sure picked up on it. I think its official came out in 2003.
Yeah.
I was like 10 years old, 11 years old. It's like 6th or 7th grade. Then I used to hang out at a skate shop called 9 Star.
Mm-hmm.
It's like where I met like Elijah at, and a lot of more like Elijah. I had a homie Jeremiah Bonet,
Elijah
Pope, Walker,
Elijah.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta. That's you know what I'm saying. Gotta clarify. Sometimes I need clickbait.
Yeah. Matt Lamont, Richard was there, Blake was there, but all of us used to kick it out of the skate shop, and they would play skate videos. They had like a couch. It was nice. It was in like Westwood, so the building was really, really nice. But I remember we used to nerd out over skate videos, and It's Official was one of them.
That'd be like the one you'd be like, bro, put this in, put this on, put this in.
Yep, come on.
That's it. We over here. This is what we do. Now, actually, you're making me think about that. How was, even though I know we kind of like got into college and all the other stuff, how was school and skating for you? I've been kind of wanting to ask people about that because a lot of the younger kids that are watching us now or into skating or getting, I kind of want to always have them reference what they're dealing with so they can either find similarities or if it's like, I was a scholar, I did well. So how was school and skating for you?
School and skating was for sure like an up and down experience, definitely.
Yeah.
I think I skated all the way through school. So for a lot of the times, like there wasn't anyone in my class, sometimes even in my school that skated,
Yeah.
or that like had an idea to take it serious, or like could kickflip, or could even ollie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so in middle school, I went to school in Venice, and I went to school at the Boys and Girls Club. It was like a one-off charter school.
Okay.
I don't think any of those kids really like would come skate with me after school. The ramp was next door. Like they'd come around, like maybe shoot the basketball court or like be a part of like this like group that the church had or whatever. But like not many of those kids would come like skate for real.
That's weird.
Any of the kids that would come skate would be from like this other school, Mark Twain, or like from Venice High or something.
Just out the way type shit.
Yeah. So then in high school, my school is like a college ready private school, like to take kids like away from like South Central Watts zone. Like they want to push you in a different direction. Skating is not in the curriculum at all, for sure. It's just core sports and like college ready shit.
Yeah.
So at some point, I'm telling them like I want to skate and travel the world and I want to do this, and they're kind of just like, yeah, word, college.
College. This is what you're gonna do. Yeah, you got to do this. This is the only way you'll make it.
What are you gonna do if you break your leg or your arm, or just like college. And just like, bro, I hear you, but like, nah, because I just felt like the teachers don't really understand like the kids because they're from a different generation, so they can't push something on you if the kid's not picking it up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's like how I felt at school. And like, no one really understands like where you're coming from if you're a part of a different community and everyone else has theirs. Your only commonality is like you guys go to school and sit in class and like maybe talk a little shit together. You go home, your life's different. You on the weekend. I have a whole different life on the weekend when I was going to my school's called Verbum Day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Those kids are living. Yeah, those kids are living some way, and you are taking the bus across town and living.
I'm taking the bus to a whole different zone.
Yeah.
I'm seeing all kinds of shit happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just like,
it was different. And there wasn't anyone that I could like relate to at my school really. Like on like a back and forth basis of like, this is what's happening all the time. Like, not really. Like I tell some of my homies, like, nigga, you lying.
Tight. I hear you on that. So Chone just actually dropped in chat that Blake Johnson used to be a vert skater before skating street at the Boys and Girls Club ramp. Is this? Can we confirm or deny this?
I used to skate vert with him.
Vert,
bro. Yes, bro.
Y'all used to drop in the 10-foot ramp and go in there.
The 12-foot ramp, early grab above coping, rock to fakie, 50-50, frontside air. I mean, not high.
Yeah, it don't matter. Period, bro. Hold on. They're like
going above coping for sure. Whoa.
Wow. Yeah,
just up the video of you skating at Omar's Bowl.
Yeah, we got clips. So that's the thing we do here is we got it all. We all got clips in here. Shout out to Omar. Now to kind of reflect on more of the worldwide stuff, you're the Copenhagen champion. How did that bro, literally, no, like stop. Like, can you explain the embrace and the Copenhagen story and some of your favorite moments from there?
Yeah. So I lived with Kevin Bradley at the time. He kind of was hyping me up, just that it was a good time. So when I was getting supported from Adidas, like at the very beginning, that was one of the first places I wanted to go. So they helped it happen.
Water break.
big water break. No, they made that happen. Shout out to Adidas. Helped change my life for real. Um, it was just nothing. It was just like nothing I've ever seen before. The
Yeah.
city, the energy that came with the contest, and it just lit this fire that I just wanted to keep feeling like that. And Kevin really helped push me, and that was one of the, if not for like a lot of people, that was the last time.
Uh-oh.
Like
Is that me or you? That could
what?
be me. Wi-Fi. Is that me or you?
Let's see.
Your Wi-Fi is
Oh
good?
my
Think,
Wi-Fi is
think,
great.
think mine try. Think my Wi-Fi try to jump off the Golden Gate. You good? Is that me?
Yeah, I'm good.
You, it's all good now.
Okay. All right. So we good. So yeah, Kevin,
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
I see you. I see and hear you. I think, some outages going on here, some rain up here. I don't know how you living down there, but
It's gonna rain.
yeah, it's still raining over here. So some outages, but
All right.
we'll be all right. So you said Kevin, like Adidas helped it.
Kevin,
So you
Adidas helped financially. Kevin was my roommate at the time and just like kind of knew what I was going through and just kind of pushed me and just also helped me financially at the time because I wanted to go home because I didn't have much else. And he's just like, bro, you got to stay. Like, I got you. Just stick with me. On top of that, this was the last time a lot of us, or most of us, seen Peace Stone alive, bro. And like, he kind of sat with me and just was telling me that I need to kind of do my thing and that this is all here for me to see and like that the crew is here for me to be with and I'm in good hands. Like, and I look and he just points out all my homies, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Points out a whole group of homies. He's like, why would you go home?
Yeah.
So I really look at that sometimes when I'm really just trying to see some stuff or we're at a big contest and there's another go to another location or anything for any reason. Just if you're already here, it's a little bit easier just to kind of hop over than it is to go back all the way home and wish that you didn't do that to start with.
Facts. Wow.
It gets hard for sure. It's stressful and it takes a lot, but that's all a part of the story. You look back on it later and just be proud of yourself. That's all we want to do at some point is just feel proud of ourselves. So
100, bro. No, that's wow. So P Stone or RP Preston, man. So you're over there, you took it all in and you made sure you lived it up. You made yourself a memory. You made yourself literally a part of the Copenhagen Open and
dude, I'm not the champion, but I love them. I love all my homies there and everyone that puts on the contest, and the love is reciprocated every time I go there.
Yeah.
It's family like this, and I'm appreciative.
Now to kind of look at him. He says, "I'm not the champion. I just go." Nah.
I don't got no jacket. I don't got no trophy, bro. I just
Ain't no jackets or trophy for real though. Ain't no jackets or trophies for real. You and that. I see you in that newspaper article. Now, hold on. I want to make sure is it going well? Producers, can y'all tell me? Because I'm hearing it all chopped up. Is it all good? That front heel is beautiful. Switch front heel.
Thank you. Switch front heel.
Now I got kind of like sidetracked because it was glitching, but now that it's back good, where besides a Copenhagen or Barcelona is the weirdest place you caught yourself on this planet? What is the strangest place a plane has taken you?
Oh man. I think it's between. I ended up in Manila on a layover.
Mm-hmm.
We went on an IC trip to Australia.
Okay.
And we ended up in Manila on a layover, and it was easy to say it was really weird. And I made the choice to go to Prague like 2 summers ago.
Yeah.
The summer before I got my knee done. It was an interesting place for real. That was like a different bit of Europe that I wouldn't think that I would volunteer to go see. And then I went to Austria. I went to Vienna.
Oh, okay.
That was great too, but I loved it there.
Okay.
Even though my setup got stolen.
Damn.
My setup got stolen.
From the airport or from in life? What happened?
It got stolen at a monster demo.
Ah, damn.
So my board, bro.
Ain't nothing like, bro. I hate leaving the function without the setup, bro. That's the worst, dog.
Because why would they take it from you? You know?
Yeah. That's the worst.
You
That
should
is
still
the
give
worst.
it back.
Still give it back.
You can there's a chance.
So now, Kevin, I'm gonna ask you this. I mean, we pretty much got into it, but I want to go ahead and ask you, who besides your inspiration that you told me earlier is on your Mount Rushmore of skating?
Keenan, TX. Damn. On the Mount Rushmore.
Mm-hmm. Two more. Dos más.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
TX. I'm gonna for sure say Dylan Reeder is there. Dylan Reeder is there.
He's right there too. He was somewhere back. There go Dylan. He right here.
Let's see.
There go Dylan.
Keenan, TX, Dylan, and
number 4, all time. They complete the idea of Kevin White's favorite skating.
You know, because Keenan gives you the epitome, not the epitome, the sum up of that era. So like that comes with like Gino and Kareem and everybody.
Exactly on it.
TX kind of does the same thing because that sums up all of S times.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Reeder is Dylan Reeder.
Yep.
I'm gonna put Paul there.
P-Rod. Whoo! That right there. That is a heavy little group of them. So
I mean, it could flux, but like that's them.
That's a good Mount Rushmore. You might take a one of them sticks that remote rocks. You might take one and move one or something, but that like kind of fits the idea. Like you said, Keenan fits like the whole Gino Iannucci, that style, this, that, and the third. So you're picking up a lot of that type of skating and people that branch off from that type of skating, because I feel like to me, the TX gives to the Thiagos and the things like that. You know what I'm saying? So
he birthed the whole era. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Everybody on that Mount Rushmore birthed an era.
Yeah, exactly. So
to think about how many kids spawn off P-Rod.
Yeah, exactly. So that makes you, that group of people make that much more sense. Now I want to ask you, what is your favorite all-time X Games moment?
Damn, I've been watching X Games since I was a kid, bro.
Yep, just one. It's horrible, I know. Make you pick.
Yeah, break. Probably the double backflip, bro.
Travis was trying to double backflip. Yes.
I seen it on television. Like you feel me?
I cried. I still tell everybody this day. I've never met Travis Pastrana. X Games.
Yeah, we should probably meet Travis at some
point. My bad. Last time. I'm gonna do this just one more time. I never met Travis Pastrana. X Games. Y'all ain't never let me meet Travis. He had me in my living room. No, I was in my bedroom. On the floor crying. I had one of them, the back of the door. I had one of them basketballs in my hands. I was on my knees like, he made it. Oh my God, he didn't die. This is the greatest moment of ever. I felt the whole emotion, the whole call, everything. I ain't met him yet. It's my X Games complaint for the day. I didn't want you to be a part of that. Kevin, I apologize. I have things that I got to get out because if I sit with them, they'll make me crazy. You know I don't like talking behind people's back. I made a whole show full of me telling people how I feel about them to their face in joking form. So I just got to be open and honest. I ain't never met Travis Pastrana, and that's X Games. That should have been happened. So we going to make it happen. Anyways, Kevin. Now, you feel me? I just want to kind of give a couple kind words from me to wrap this up. Now, about Kevin White. Like I was saying earlier, is you being yourself is my favorite thing. You appreciating life, no matter how many times life try to whoop your ass. Like, no matter how many kickdowns you've had, how much negative energy has like went your way, you always find a way to reroute it and make the best of it. It's one of those people. You're one of those people that I could turn to and say, yo, thank you, Kevin, for being positive in a moment that you don't even feel like being positive in. Thank you for picking a higher road, a better solution. You know what I'm saying? We've had a lot of stuff happen to us personally that we sat and dealt with, lost a lot of friends along this ride, but we make sure that the smiles and the good moments and the achievements are all in their memory because they curated us to be who we are. So
for real,
with that, Kevin, you know, it's nothing but love for me. But now I'm going to get into this million bars because you got to watch me spit hot fire. You can't go nowhere. And if you feel the beat, yep, it's happening. There's nothing you can do about it. I've already made the choice. You're here, and I'm about to do it. I got a beat from I Forgot. He's my producer for the show. Can y'all hear the beat? I might have turned it down. Can y'all hear the beat? Chat, can y'all hear the beat?
Nah, bro.
Shout out Jay Rasta, man. Yo. Oh, it's me on that beat. Hey, they call me G-C-O-D-E. That's G-Code. Different mode. Hey, X game. In this X game mode, I said it's Mr. Worldwide. K White. That's my guy. Reppin' South Central. Do it. Oh, so fly. He was back in Castle Contest. Said, forget that contest. Reppin' with the homies. Yeah, he went up the best. He got 3 stripes on him. That's Adidas. I don't rock with that, but shout out Adidas. He get it. He counting up the checks. Kevin White, everywhere he go, respect. They salute him. He 6'4", getting tech. He do his thing, and he standing toes to neck, to the feet, 10 toes in the shoulders. What's up? I almost said bad words, but you know I'm turning up. Shout out to the west side, people from the beach. Shout out to my boy Olin and my boy KB. Hey, that's family. Hey, RIP to the ones that we lost. Andrew Reynolds, he the boss. We doing it good. Hey, we repping the hood, but we now worldwide, baby. Get it understood. Oh, I'm too clean, bro. That was off top of the tizzy.
Like how you tied that up at the end with the get it understood, bro. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Get it understood. Okay. Get it understood, Kevin. You know what? I want to say thank you. I actually wanted to talk to you for 6 hours, but there's something going on my internet. I don't know what it is. I got the best internet in the world, and I just don't want your episode getting all messed up. So, hey, man, can't fight the Wi-Fi gods. Wi-Fi don't even stand for nothing. You know that, Kevin? It don't mean nothing. Wi-Fi doesn't mean anything. Did you know that? Like, it's not an acronym for, like...
It's not an acronym for nothing, huh?
It's not, bro. It don't stand for nothing.
I'm not impressed by that.
That sucks, huh?
Yeah.
It's kind of disappointing. So, but yeah, shout out to everybody that did come in. Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Grind and Unwind. Kevin White, we definitely got to have you back. But I appreciate your time here. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, man. You already know Gary love you, bro.
And if there's anything you want to say to the world, or anything that you missed, go ahead and get it in my low reception.
Oh, thank you, everybody. Love you. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the support that you guys give. I'll see you guys around out there. No problem.
He said it stands for we fighting.
Dog, what? Yeah, we fighting. Okay.
Kevin White, I love you so much, brother. I'm going to talk to you. Stay up. Stay safe.
All right. I'll see you,
Peace.
bro.
Later.
Wait.
I gotta end the stream. I gotta press the end button, and I gotta press the. Then I gotta do the other stuff with the settings. Hold on. Chat, I know y'all still hear me out.